That's real good. Isn't it? Isn't it good? Oh, hi. Hi. Hi, my pups. Oh, I'm feeling tired. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Hello, welcome. Today's practice is going to be a moon salutation. Moon salutation is going to make up the main bulk of our practice. And I waited till the evening. Hopefully it's not going to get too dark before we finish so that we can see everything. But a moon salutation you can really do any time of the day, but particularly in the evening when it's time to kind of take that energy level down, kind of reset the body, kind of settle in. Moon salutation can be great, as opposed to, say, sun salutation, where the breathing pattern and the movement is building that energy up for using it in the rest of your day and your activities. So I'm going to invite you, if you feel okay, to come to a seated shape. If you don't feel good seated, it's okay, start off somewhere. We're going to find a little bit of stillness at the beginning of the practice just to connect with your breath, to bring yourself here to the present moment. If you don't have a mat, anywhere on the floor is fine, or just using even a beach towel or something like that. And if you want to be seated, but you find that your spine is very curved, doesn't feel comfortable, get something underneath your hips. Put a pillow under there or a block that you can kind of sit on, and that will help you to raise your hips up a little bit. But again, if seated is not working, come to your back or lay down, find some other kind of shape. And let's just begin to arrive in this moment. Maybe for you as well, it's the end of a long day. And just feel the hips settling down into the earth. Maybe take a few moments just to kind of wiggle a little bit through the hips, through the spine. Feel that connection. Maybe even round in a circle. And then let the hips settle in and let the spine float away. The deeper the hips settle into the earth, the more the spine can float up and away. The crown of your head lengthening up towards the sky, and maybe the chin just tucking in a little bit, so lengthen through the back of the neck. And allow the hands to rest. Maybe they come on your lap and rest there. Maybe onto the knees. You can have the palms up or the palms down, just a different feeling. Find somewhere for those hands to rest. Let's get those shoulders. Last little movement here before we settle into stillness. Inhale the shoulders, squeeze up towards the ears. Exhale, take them down and back. Maybe that's enough for you. Maybe you need a few more of those shoulder rolls before they really set down and back. Do it with your breath. Inhaling, taking them up. Squeeze, exhale, roll them down and back. And then come to some stillness. Just allowing the body to become still. You can feel the rise and fall of your breath. Maybe that rhythm of breath, maybe this is the first time all day that we've tuned in with it, that we've really become aware of the breathing. And as your awareness settles more and more onto the breath, drawing it away from the rest of your day, thoughts and worries, problems, issues. Just allow yourself to feel the breath, keep the awareness on that one thing. And as you do, become more focused on the breath. Begin to deepen it a little bit. Just take a little bit more time on the next inhale. And slowly emptying on the exhale. Imagine filling up the lungs from the bottom with your inhale. Taking time to fill all the way up to the top. And exhaling, emptying from the top to the bottom. Just staying with that cycle, the inhales, slow and deep. The exhales, just long, relaxed, taking your time. You might even imagine the direction of the air filling from the bottom to the top and emptying top to bottom. Or maybe imagining a circle as you inhale, going up to the top of the circle, and exhaling, going around and down. Finding that nice settled rhythm. We'll see if we can stay with this slow breath style. Obviously, if it speeds up and you need to catch your breath, you can always return to a resting position or take a little extra time in any shape, catch that breath, slow it down. Let's inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, plant the hands behind you, a little bit to the side of the hips. Inhale to take the legs out straight. This first time, maybe just point and flex the toes a little bit here, using your hands to help you lengthen up through the spine. Inhale, nice good lengthen, and as you exhale, just begin to fold forward. Don't worry about how far you go. The chest might just come forward a little bit. The back can stay a little bit straight. You can obviously reach the hands forward or even just keep them at your side to help maintain that straight back. Don't worry about the distance, just worry about getting this sensation of a stretch here. As you inhale, bring yourself up. Exhale, place the hands behind the body, a few inches behind, the fingers pointing towards the body. Bend the knees, plant the feet, and with your inhale, push into the hands and the feet to lift the hips up. Maybe this first time, just wiggle a little bit, squeeze, explore the shape. And as we exhale, the hips come down. And we just repeat. Inhale, the legs lengthen out. And exhale, we begin to tip it forward. Maybe the hands reach forward. Maybe there's a little bit more space here. The toes can stay flexed. Inhale, we start to rise. Exhale, plant the hands, plant the feet. Inhale, press and lift. Maybe the head drops back. Exhale to sit, and we just repeat that flow a couple times. Inhale, legs out. Exhale, tipping forward from the hips. Maybe reach a little further. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, plant hands, plant feet. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale. exhale, set it down. Maybe take it through just one more time with your breath. Linking a movement with a breath. Just linking that movement with breath is a great way to just calm your mind, calm your body, calm your nervous system at the end of the day. This time as we set ourselves down, let's place the soles of the feet together. Begin to sit up a bit in your butterfly shape. They don't need to be quite as close. If it feels better to have them further away, you can do that. And take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let yourself tip forward. Again, it doesn't matter how far you fold. It could just be a little ways. If you feel it, then that's the right place to be. As you inhale, you start to rise up. And we exhale, let's place the right hand down next to us and lift that left arm up and over. Feel the stretch through the side of the body. Maybe we can keep that hip down. And let's try the other side. Exhale, switch. Inhale, reach. If this hurts on your shoulder, it's also okay to put the hand around the back. You can still get that side stretch, or even not reach it straight. You could have it behind the head, or maybe that elbow is bent. Coming to center and take your fold. Well, this time we're going to link it more circularly as we inhale. Take the right arm around to the side and left arm up and over. And exhale, just sweep it around and inhale. A couple more times. Exhale, sweep it around and inhale. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. We take one more time on each side, just following your breath. The breath is always the most important part. Coming to center, take a moment just to take a conscious breath. Breath is just movement. Nothing wrong with just movement, but the beauty of yoga and the healing nature of yoga, both physically and psychologically, comes from linking the breath with the movement. So let's begin to find our way to our feet. And we'll come to the side of the mat. Let's start on the right side, actually. Start on the right side of the mat. And as we flow through, every shape is going to have a corresponding breath. So I challenge you, even if you're new to this, feels uncomfortable, to, as much as possible, don't worry about the shape. Just worry about, is it an inhale or an exhale, first of all? And generally for an inhale, excuse me, we'll be reaching up to the sky. And generally for an exhale, there'll be a bend or something down to the earth. So if we get in tune with what the breath is doing first, then that will help us to figure out what shape. And once you get the hang of it, you'll discover the breath really helps you with the shape, as well as all those internal benefits that we really look for in our yoga practice. So our moon salutation is going to start on the side of the mat. We're going to flow through some movements, and it's going to end at the opposite side. And so it's going to flow back and forth like that, just like a big circle, like a moon, right? And adjust as you need, rest at any time, but let's come to our standing mountain pose, our samasthiti. Hands can be by your side, or they could be at your heart center. Really feel those feet into the earth. Find that long, slow, deep breath again from the bottom to the top, and from the top down to the bottom. The next inhale, let's reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, grab that left wrist and lean it over to the right. Inhale, reaching up, switch the wrists. Exhale, lean the other direction. Inhale, reach up to center, fingertips high. And as we exhale, big move, we take a great big step out to the side. Turn the toes out, knees bend, we sink it down into our goddess. It's kind of like a little squat. The knees are kind of tracking over those toes, and you're feeling a lot of strength happening here. And real simple, as we inhale, straighten through the legs, reach up to the sky, make a great big star. And we just repeat that. Exhale, our goddess. Inhale, great big star. Last goddess, exhale. Inhale, reach. This exhale, we turn the right toes towards the short side of the mat. The left toe is kind of a little bit of an angle. And we start to reach that right hand down. Now it may come to the shin or the ankle. Some of you may reach the floor. You can also try and bind that big toe. And then we inhale the left arm, reach up to the sky, our triangle pose. If for some reason the legs won't straighten, you find there's a bend, just step the feet closer together. It's totally fine. Really just want that kind of straight leg and almost like you're leaning back so the body is in a straight line. As you exhale, turn over this straight right leg. The hands maybe can reach to the ground. Again, if they come to the thigh, it's fine. Or even palms together in front of the heart. And again, another cue if with the length between the legs. If the knee is not working for you, or sometimes that back heel is coming off, just step closer together. This is your pyramid. If you step closer together, you might be able to widen it out. We're coming onto the toes of the back foot, so that back heel pivots off, and we get a little bit of a lunge going in this right knee. Inhale, arms reach up, our crescent. Now choices here. As you exhale, you could bring your hands to your heart, or you could bring the hands all the way to the ground, and we're gonna sink it to the left leg, a side lunge, or deep down into our skandasana. Maybe those right toes lift up to the sky. And again, the hands can be here to help you. It could be a lot higher. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just worry about, am I getting a feeling, a sensation? We inhale up to center, and you have a choice. You can come up high, you can stay down low and just crawl it. And we exhale skandasana into the right side. And then we just reverse it to the other side. So as we inhale, we turn towards that left leg lunge. The back heel pivots off, arms reach, crescent. Exhale, that back heel comes down, both legs straighten. Take a deep fold into our pyramid. Feel free to move the legs closer together if we need. The left hand stays down, maybe onto shin, floor, ankle, bind the big toe. Inhale, right arm, reach up into our triangle. Use the exhale just to look down to ground you. Then inhale up into that big star. The toes turn out. We have one goddess. Exhale. Inhale. And then we step to the left. Our Samasthiti. Find your breath again. We're going to flow from the left to the right. So, one good breath. And let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let's lean to the left. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, great big step. Sink down to your goddess. That's where we connect with the breath. Inhale, big star. Two more goddess. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. The exhale, we make that transition. Turn the left toes, left hand reaching down. Find the place for the hand to rest. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Look up at it. Our triangle. Exhale, both hands to the ground or to the shin. Fold, pyramid. Now we get a bit spicy through the legs as the back heel pivots off, lunge. Inhale, reach into our crescent. Our side lunge is Skandasana. Feel free to use the hands. Exhale into the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. And we just reverse it towards the right leg. Inhale, our crescent, deep lunge, reach. Exhale, both heels down, both legs straight. Take your fold, your pyramid. Right hand stays down. Inhale, left arm reaching up to the sky, triangle. Exhale, look down just to get grounded. Inhale, big star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, step together at the right. Find your breath. Now let's just flow through. If you get the hang of it, you want to go faster, slower, you want to hang out somewhere, great, do that. Here we go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lean. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lean, other side. Inhale to the sky, we reach. Exhale, great big step, sink down low into your goddess. Here's the easiest part to follow your breath. Just inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. Do one more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, start to transition, setting up for our triangle. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, fold. Belly, chest towards thigh. Inhale, make that lunge and reach our crescent. Our side lunges, our Skandasanas. Exhale first to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. And we switch directions. Inhale, we turn to our crescent, other side. Exhale, both legs straight, both heels down, and fold, pyramid. Left hand stays down. Inhale, right arm reach, triangle. Exhale, look down to get grounded. Inhale, big star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left side of the mat, Samasthiti. Just begin to flow. Inhale. Exhale, lean. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to our goddess. 3, goddess. Your pace might be different than mine. Just honor that breath. Exhale, setting up for that triangle. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lunging to our crescent. Exhale, Skandasana, right. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana, left. To the other leg we go. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, straight legs and fold. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. 1, goddess. Exhale. Inhale. Step together to the right. Samasthiti. Just flow through one more time. I'm gonna be here with you, but drop away a lot of my words so you can just flow on your own. Remember, the most important part is just to connect with the breath and the shape, the movement. We'll just help you with that. So kind of just be here now as you begin to flow. Leaning with your exhales, reaching with your inhales. So you get to goddess, you got 3 times. And then triangle, setting up on the right leg. Inhale to reach. Self-fold. Once you make it to the left side, just make that slow last round over to your right. The last time flowing through. Of course, we get worried about right or wrong. We've been conditioned to. But right now, just worry about inhale, exhale. Just worry about connected versus disconnected. Really, we worry about right or wrong, we're getting very disconnected. Once you make it back to the right side of your mat, just take a few really slow and conscious breaths. Feel the difference in your body, maybe even in your mental state. Before we head to the ground for some deeper stretches, let's just add in a little bit of half moon time into our moon salutation. So starting here at the right side of your mat, we're going to keep that breath long, slow. Use your focus and your connection to see if we can find a little bit of balance. So with your next inhale, reach the arms up once more. Exhale, the hands come to heart, and we step the feet out. Let's find our goddess. So you can bring your hands, if you want a different feel, you can have your hands at your heart. You can take them out if you wish. You can kind of take a little rock side to side. Just kind of feel what things are like right now. And then just like before, we're gonna inhale into our great big star. And as we exhale, we're going to turn as if we're going to set up for that triangle, but this time we're going to bend the right knee so that the right hand can come out a little bit in front of the right foot. Now, if you have a block or a book or something and you want a little bit of height, that could be helpful here. bit, it's okay just to find a place for that hand. You know, it could be out quite far, resting it onto the earth. Make sure everyone can kind of see. And the knee is bent to kind of help you. Now with your breath here, we're gonna have a few times where we inhale, see if we can come off those toes a little bit. And if you need to exhale, take it back down, go for it. And it might just be that you inhale, that back toe is staying there. We just find a little bit more weight into hand and foot. And eventually with that rocking, you're gonna eventually inhale and just rise. Pushing the right foot into the ground will help you, and also pushing through that lifted back heel. Don't point the toes, push through the heel, pull the toes towards your body. And then we stack the hips as much as we can. Turn your heart towards the wall, the window, towards the side, and see if that left hand can reach out. Let's just take a few breaths here. Just balancing. It's okay if you fall out and you come back. And just for funsies, go ahead and take that left knee behind the right. And then let's inhale, plant those feet, great big star. Woo. Exhale your goddess and kind of hang out here for a little bit, just side to side. Feel the difference between the right and the left. The right definitely feels like something's happening, a little blood flow going on there. And let's try it to the left side. So, our goddess, just getting to where, make sure you can see me. Inhale a great big star, and exhale, turn those left toes, left hand starts to come down, bending through the knee, plant the hand in front of that foot. Excuse me. And use your inhale to kind of tip more weight into the left hand, left foot, and exhale, take it down. You could do a few times. And maybe for you, this is what the work looks like today, just finding that balance. Or maybe you realize, okay, I can inhale. Use that strong inhale to press into the earth, push through that back leg, and maybe open my heart to the side, along with the right hand reaching up. And here, work with your breath. Just breathe. Your next exhale, find that curtsy. Inhale, plant the feet, great big star. Exhale, one goddess. Inhale, big star. Exhale, step it together. Beautiful. Let's come on down to the mat. Go ahead and ease yourself down. And just straight down onto your back. Let's begin to pull the knees in. Maybe just massage a little bit. Go back. And keeping that right knee hugged in, let the left leg just extend out onto the mat. Maybe hugging that knee in, and you can maybe make some little circles with it. The hip joint eased out. An option to stay with this, if there's a lot of good sensation here to explore, stay here. Or you have the option to extend that foot up to the sky. You could wrap the hands around the thigh and imagine pulling that straight leg towards your body. Get a deep stretch to the back of the leg. Or sometimes we can find a way to lock that toe if you want to do that, but it doesn't quite reach. A little towel or something like that, a little washcloth, a little towel around the bottom of the foot can help you. We'll just take a few breaths here. Even though the hand is maybe grasping, as much as possible, relaxing through the shoulder, relax through the jaw. And taking an inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to take the leg out to the right. So again, you can do it with the bent knee, just letting it come out, and maybe the left hand needs to come onto the left hip so it doesn't roll away. You decide, or that left hand might stay reaching out to the side, whatever feels like it works for you. Just 2 more breaths. And then inhale, take the leg up to center and switch the hand. So maybe it's easier to grab on the outside of the foot, or if you're holding a towel or something, grab it with the other hand. You can also do it with knee bent. I might actually do this with the knees bent. I think I almost prefer it just for my back. And with the next exhale, moving the right leg over towards the left. The right hand can extend out nice and far, and see if you can turn your chin towards the right, away from that knee. Explore that stretch. Twist through the spine, see if the shoulders can stay on the earth. With an inhale, we take it to center. Maybe just let that right leg extend and just feel the difference between right and left. Just noticing what has changed. When you're ready, you can pull the left knee in. Maybe those little circles are calling your name. Or just stir that bone through the hip joint. And the legs are different. So for this side, it may just want to stay here. Maybe you find that extension, find somewhere to wrap. You don't really win yoga if you can bind the foot. You know, the most important thing is that we feel something going on. So if we're stretching so hard to get some kind of bind, but the knee is bent, we might not be feeling anything stretching back here. So just know that if you work with this, that eventually you'll get here, eventually you'll reach the foot. Again, letting go of right and wrong and just listening to what's going on right now, that's really the way forward. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, the left leg goes out to the left side and can do with knee bent. 2. Maybe the right hand comes onto the hip. Keep it grounded, stop it from rolling away. Inhaling, the leg comes to center. You could switch hands if you're keeping it straight. I'm going to bend my knee. And as we exhale, take it over to the right side. Turn your chin towards the left. Nice spinal twist. Nice and slowly we come to center. Maybe one last squeeze. You can even draw your head close to your knees. Before we exhale, take those feet down, those legs out long. And let's find a little bit of rest and stillness. Now, if this is the end of your day and you have loads of time, maybe you just want to stop the video and stay here. Just take as long of a Shavasana as you can possibly take. If you have other things that you need to get on with or you're ready, just take a deep inhale once more, filling up through the whole body. Maybe open the mouth to exhale. And beginning to find some little movements, maybe just wiggling fingers and toes, maybe a big stretch. It may feel good to hug those knees in again. Option to stay right here or roll onto the side of your body and rest on the side like you're taking a little nap. Slowly, mindfully find a way to come up to that seated shape. The daylight is just fading. I think that we just made it in time. Let's take a couple mindful breaths here together. Maybe the hands stay where they are. Maybe they come together in front of your heart. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you be free from pain and suffering. The light in me honors and bows the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today in this practice. If you enjoyed any part of it, if you stayed to the end, please consider liking the video, subscribing. It really does help me a lot to bring you more and more of these videos. Much love, y'all, and until next time, be well.